Hello, my name is Steve Gerhardt and this is the Unagi Observer. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching today's video. Today's video is we're going to do another retro anime review. This one's going to be a little bit special because it comes from a Discord site that I'm part of that Geek Archaeology runs, and it's kind of through them that we get to have today's video. So thank Geek Archaeology for this retro anime that I'm about to review. So I know they've been talking about trying to do a ninja kind of historical kind of video lesson kind of thing. And the reasons why I'm not doing it anymore is two reasons. It's kind of like a 60-40 kind of deal. So let me tell you about what the 40% of the problem was, which is over the past month, at the beginning of this month in June, I unfortunately got the news that because we don't know what's going to be happening with COVID-19, my theater has to kind of go into hibernation, which means that it's basically shut down. We're not showing any shows, we're not selling tickets, there's a lot of stuff that we're not doing right now simply because we don't know when we can bring an audience back in. So what that means is that yesterday, June 29th, was the last day of closing things up, which means that I am no longer working. Yay. The 60% of the problem was the fact that every time I tried to make a video, I found myself hitting the 20-minute mark, which is kind of about where I want the videos for this channel to go at. Like that's the most I want to put on this channel. I don't want this to be one of those hour-long channels. I want to kind of keep it simple. And so I usually try to keep it around the 20-minute mark for long discussions. But I keep going over, and I found that I couldn't really put the information I wanted to in 20 minutes and make it a good video. So I decided not to do it, and I felt bad about it, but then I thought about it and I realized it's actually a panel discussion type of thing. So in the future, when conventions open up and panel submissions start opening up, I will probably do that as a panel, maybe at an Animore, maybe at an online convention, wherever. I think it's a good panel discussion. So keep your eye on in that fashion. So let's get on to the actual retro anime review, and that anime this week is going to be I-City, also known as Love City. Okay, again, a quick shout out to Geek Archaeology every Friday night over on their Discord site. They have a YouTube channel and stuff, and Brent Newhall pretty much runs it. But at the Discord site, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of good people there that have a lot of fun. They like talking to each other. It's very uplifting. It's very upbeat, I think is more the word. And so if you want to check it out, this is a good group of to get involved with. So go to Discord, sign up for it, and look up Geek Archaeology. They're good guys, and also they do a thing on Friday nights we've been doing for a few weeks now, which is Cheesy Anime Night, and that's where I-City comes from. This review comes from today. So I-City was, of course, originally a manga that was run in various magazines from about June 1983 to July 1984. So it had about a year-long run. And the manga provides more context than the anime does. When you watch the anime, you're just like, you kind of get lost. But I'll get to that in a moment. The writer of the manga is, and I'm going to have to read this because my pronunciation is horrible. So his real name is Shuho Itahashi, but he goes by the name of CyUFO, all capital letters SYUFO, and he's done some other stuff. Now this anime has been listed by Helen McCarthy, who wrote the 500 Essential Anime Movies, The Ultimate Guide, which you can find through Harvard Design. It's published in 2009. She says that it has the best ending of any anime ever. Okay, so let's get into the plot of I-City. I-City meaning Love City. First of all, there's no love in this city. This is a dystopian type future type deal. So the anime itself, like I said, if you haven't read the manga, then you're not going to have context for the anime. So if you're watching the anime straight out like we did last Friday, you're going to be completely and totally lost. So the plot, as it stands, is basically there's a small group of people starring in the anime that's driving down the road. It's a disgraced former policeman who's now an alcoholic PI. The hero, whose name is Kai, and his ward, who looks to be about 10 years old, and a cat that is very reminiscent of Snarf from Thundercats, but he doesn't actually speak English, and he meows like... there was no attempt to make him sound like a cat when he meows. It's just a human going, meow, meow, meow. So, literally, that's... I don't think we ever get the cat's name. Anyway, so they're driving down the street, and they're attacked by this motorcycle gang. There's a battle that ensues this movie was made before Akira, but when you watch this segment, you're going to be like, Akira. This is what it's going to look like, because the main villainess in that sequence drives the motorcycle like this. Her arms are crossed, and she's driving it with her thighs. And her name is K2. She attacks them. There's a battle. You start to get an idea that some people have psychic powers, other people don't. There's this rift suddenly appears in the space-time continuum. No explanation. K2 gets sucked into it. Suddenly she comes back out, and she's a good person now. And apparently all these people are chasing after the 10-year-old girl because she is the trigger that will improve mankind, change the world, do something to the world. Don't know. The city itself looks like, at first glance, looks like New York City, but they're in the middle of the city. There's this one building that just goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And that's where the villains are. And apparently, and now you don't really get this context. You have to watch the movie a couple times to get this little tidbit of information, which is really important. But in the manga, it's apparently more explained. Each floor of this impossibly tall building controls either a specific year or an epoch of time. So the floor that we're concerned with is about 3/4 of the way up, and it specifically is tasked to control the world of 1983. So 1983 only. So we're operating in the world of 1983. It doesn't go into 1984. It doesn't go back in 1982. Stuck in 1983. Go ahead, wrap your minds around that. So you have a number of people who you think are villains, and then are villains, and then, like I said, they're all trying to get this girl, to their own ends. Some of them are trying to advance mankind, some of them are trying to destroy mankind, some of them are using them for their own personal gain. You get the idea. And the movie is a complete and utter mess. It is really not good. So I'm going to get into more of what makes it a mess and the production values. In terms of the production values, it's actually not that bad. It's normal mid-80s animation. There's nothing inherently bad about it. There's nothing inherently good about it, but it's very typical of the time period. So in terms of that, it's okay. Visually, it's okay to look at. Actually, there's some interesting sequences that happen. But clearly it had a kind of a standard anime movie, 86-minute movie budget. So the English dub is better than, say, Garze Wings, but it's not as good as some other movies. So let's get into what goes wrong with iCity. So like I said before, iCity is called Love City, and there's no love in this city at all. It's just all just craziness. So here's some things that you have to contend with when watching this anime. First of all, you come to discover through a series of flashbacks that last through the entire movie, periodically, that just appear, is how Kai and his girlfriend are abducted and by the people on floor 1983 and experimented on. And his girlfriend, Ai, is a mature woman, same age as he is, in the 20s. And she is killed during the process of these experimentations. He is given limited psychic abilities, but he's able to hit infinity number level power when he's really stressed out, whatever. But again, his girlfriend Ai dies. So the cat, whose name is we don't know, and goes meow, finds him and is like gesturing him to follow him, and so he follows the cat into a room, and there's a 10-year-old girl, and he sees her and recognizes her as his dead girlfriend, like a clone, 10-year-old clone of his dead girlfriend. So he rescues her, and through the rest of the anime, he's her guardian of his dead girlfriend's 10-year-old clone, and the girl, Ai, who takes up the name Ai again, calls him Papa. It gets better. So apparently in this anime, running is, there's no point in it, I guess. They believe that running away from something impending doom is not the thing to do. Like, for example, if one character is coming at you ominously and it looks like he's about to psychically squeeze your brain out of your skull like a tube of toothpaste, you would probably want to run away. But they don't, so their heads get squished and their brains come out like a tube of toothpaste. Have the barrel of the gun up to somebody's head. They never pull the trigger. In fact, they usually, in this anime, and I'm not joking, they usually go, I changed my mind, here's the gun, you can have it. So then you would think, okay, so the bad guy's going to take the gun and shoot the good guy, right? No, it doesn't happen. They become magically friends. There is a weird movie reference, Easter egg in here, to THX 38, which, for those of you who don't know, that is a very early science fiction movie of George Lucas, Spielberg, one of those two. I'm kind of blanking on which one that is right now. So I don't know why that's in there. By the way, the main villain is housed in this kind of like half-filled aquarium dome that sits atop this like 8-foot tall body. So imagine like me, but I have a dome for a head. It's half filled with water or some type of liquid, and there's a naked evil sea monkey inside of that operating it. The evil sea monkey is trying to advance to the ultimate stage of evolution of mankind. So apparently the ultimate form of man at the end of his evolution is a walking, talking turd with one eye. And then, of course, the movie ends with Helen McCarthy's claim that it is the best ending of any anime ever made up to that point in 2009. And to which I would say that is a bold and vicious lie, and I'm kind of wondering if she was joking or not, because it's a really bad ending, but at least it's an ending, unlike some anime where they just stop. But I'm not going to give you the ending because I'm actually going to tell you to watch the movie. So the next question is, obviously I've answered it. Should you watch this anime movie? And if you're watching it because you want to watch anime and you want to watch something, you're just interested in older anime and you want to watch something, my answer to you is absolutely not. Don't waste your time. If you're with a group of friends and you have a couple bottles of whiskey, yes, the whiskey is important because you're going to need it to get through it. But you're with friends, watch it and have a Mystery Science Theater 3000 evening with you and your friends getting drunk off of a whiskey to get through the movie, and allow the commentary from you and your friends flow, because it is so easy to do with this movie. This movie is actually a perfect kind of get-together Zoom event, or sitting on your couch or whatever. So in that fashion, I wholly encourage you to watch it and see how you feel about the ending and whether or not it is the best ending in anime ever. I'm not going to spoil that for you. Okay, so there's the review. Alright, so that's it for the review. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is the Unagi Observer. My name is Steve Gerhardt. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like what I do here, please hit the subscribe button. I would love it if you subscribed. It would make me feel really good. If we had 250 subscribers, Then everyone gets a free digital sushi roll. It's, who doesn't want free sushi? So you have that to look forward to if you subscribe. Other than that, I will see you guys next. Yes. So every week, almost forgot. Every week I do Unagi Radio, and I do a mix of AMVs on CyTube. Because I had to close down the theater, I wasn't able to do the Unagi Radio, but I was able to do the CyTube. So the CyTube AMVs, the link will be down below for that, and go and watch those. And again, please check out the Geek Archaeology Discord site. Sign up. They're a great group of people. They're just fun. So why not? So again, that's my apartment building shutters. Again, this is the Unagi Observer. My name is Steve Gearhart. Thanks for stopping by. COVID-19, unfortunately, is still happening, so you guys need to stay safe. You need to stay healthy, so that way that maybe sometime in the future we can meet. That would be kind of cool, I think. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.